How did I start Hi-de-Hi? Well, it wasn't me just alone that started. It was my partner, late partner, David Croft, and we started it together. When we'd finished Dad's Army and Ain't Half Hot and numerous others, we said to each other, what are we going to do next? And we looked back over our life, and we looked back over our life of what we'd done on two things we'd both done in our early career. I had been a redcoat at Butlin's holiday camp, and David had produced the concert party at Butlin's holiday camp. So the whole thing was based on our experience. For instance, the children's entertainer, who hated kids, loathed the kids, was a real person, and he hated children. The two dancers, Yvonne and Barry Stewart Hargreaves, naturally we gave them different names. They were the same two, always arguing, always bickering, always trying to get one over than the other. Doing fiddles on the side, like giving private dancing lessons in the ballroom, always doing things on the side, like giving private dancing lessons in the ballroom late at night. So all those characters really existed, and they were very sad because most of them were only big stars when they were at the camp during the season. Everybody thought they were wonderful, but they weren't really. They were all failures. But the campers loved them and treated them with great respect. The camp host, for instance, was a terrible comic, but the campers, come on, do this, go and tell us what about that the other day, and all that. And that is the background of the characters. How do we find Dovercourt? Well, I'll tell you, it happened sheer accident. When David Croft and I had written the first script, we had to find a holiday camp to film at. So we contacted Butlins, and they said before they would allow us to film at their holiday camp, they wanted to see the script. We sent it to them, and back came a very nasty, sharp letter saying it was what Butlins had been trying to get rid of, Hi-de-Hi and Hello Campers and all that. They were trying to change the whole idea. They were going to call it Continental Holidays or other rubbish. Anyhow, they said if we came anywhere near them or attempted to copy any of their stuff, they would sue us. Anyhow, that was that. So we looked around for another holiday camp, but we wanted a holiday camp at the period, the late 1950s. We eventually found it at Dovercourt, which was an ex-Warner holiday camp. The great thing, it was perfectly intact and looked exactly right for the period. That's why we all went down to Dovercourt, set up camp, stayed at the Cliff Hotel, and we made 60 to 70 episodes. It was the most enjoyable show I've ever done, and I know my dear partner, late David Croft, absolutely loved it here. We used to have parties at night. We used to all go out to dinner. Where are you going tonight? Where are you going so-and-so? We're going to the fish restaurant. We're going, but don't let you think that don't think that we just had a lot of fun. It wasn't. It was hard work. To make it work was hard work. Comedy is hard work. And that is the story of how Hi-de-Hi came to be seen on the television screen. I loved it, and I know David Croft loved it too. My favourite episode, without a doubt, was the last one we did. It was a sort of spoof or a tribute. We didn't send it up to the RAF, and it was called Only the Brave. It was a dream sequence, and they all played stereotyped characters in those wonderful black and white old wartime films. I loved it. Sue Pollard played George Formby, because George Formby seemed to be in every film they made during the war. And other actors took the part, and it worked, and we shot it in black and white, and it worked beautifully. I think that's my favourite, and also rather sad. It was the last one.